Fellas, what's good? And I will say, I'm sorry, I did not mean to end last video the way it did. But you know, what can I really do when my phone falls into the bottom of a pond? Absolutely nothing is exactly my answer. You know, I didn't slow down on the short form vids at least. You know, but at the same time, you know, I lost 2 weeks worth of short form content, so that like really hurt. But you know, a lot of my photos backed up, but some of them didn't. So you know, we're rolling with the punches on that. But you know, yeah, I dropped my phone in the bottom of a pond. We'll save story time for later. But you know, today's at least back in triceps. You know, hopefully we can. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I came in Monday, you know, obviously pissed off because I had no phone all Saturday, all Sunday, and then I went in Monday and got my phone. By the way, the iPhone 16 Pro Max, it's kind of cool. It has like a weird side button down below. I'm still trying to get used to the phone and stuff. Like I had an iPhone, but you know, this is like different. You know, the 16, I don't know, the buttons on, it's nothing crazy, but like, to get used to it, you know what I mean? But either way, you know, what the hell? Oh, you know, I came in Monday, you know, just pissed off. Literally at 225 felt like chump weight. But I won't lie, because of that, you know, and a little bit of work, because I was working like an asshole too, like just, you know, not like being an asshole at work, but like working harder than I really had to just because I was angry, if you know what I mean. I feel like that, you know, blue collar, but y'all already know. Either way, so you know, I was working hard and then working harder when I was working out, and that you know, formulated a little, along with wiping a mini bike out maybe a little bit on the weekend. Listen, we got crazy. It was a crazy weekend. My bad, fellas. But you know, either way, my back was bothering me a little bit Tuesday. Definitely Wednesday, and then today, you know, I've kind of sorted it out a little bit, stretched it, you know what I mean. Had to rework a few things. Obviously, it's just what it was just overuse of my lower back, which is a common thing once I get angry or just want to put up some heavy weight in some sense. Mixture of both is a great combination. But you know, either way, fellas, we're hitting some back, we're hitting some tries today, and I'll catch you guys at the lift. Alrighty, so what we got coming in here is our lawnmowers. 3 sets, 10 and 10 each arm. You know, I like to call them lawnmowers because it's nothing like a pull start lawnmower. You know what I mean? Freaking, that's kind of what this reminds me of, you know, going to start the lawnmower up. You know, you're getting a nice little pull with the tricep, and, you know, your bicep gets a little engaged with this. But, you know, you're really getting to activate your lats. That's a good thing. You know, the lower part, too, which is hard to get at because, you know, a lot of the times you're doing overhead pulls and stuff like that, so coming off with a lower angle like this really hits it in a different way. I do like to isolate this, but sometimes I will flip it to doing both. But, you know, I've been on this ISO grind at least for that. Then we got our 3 sets of 10 with our tricep pull downs. You know, just with this one, really focusing on evenly coming down with the bar, just to not have imbalances or anything like that. Because you know, sometimes with a bar you can kind of get away with you know, using one arm a little bit, but not too much when you have an isolated point like that. But like for this one right here, we got our lat pull downs, 3 sets of 10. Notice too where my knee positioning is on the pad. It also kicks my butt to the back of the seat, allowing for a nice pull and stretch towards my body instead of just completely overhead. So it helps really engage the lats a lot better by having to pull towards yourself and down. Let me come over here. We got our tricep push downs. I think I called them the bar ones push downs, but either way, them are pull downs. This is push downs. I don't know, raw, uncut, you know, unfiltered, untouched. Either way, we got 3 sets of 12 with this. You know, not gonna lie too,
if you see me throughout the video, maybe do an extra rep or two. It was one of those days where, you know, we may have lost count, but we did a little bit more. You know what I mean? Either way, we got our overhead lat pull downs, you know, coming out with a different angle here, way overhead, bringing it down to our knees for 3 sets of 10. This one gets a nice stretch from all the way overhead, all the way down. You know what I mean? It's definitely one combo I like to do with a lat pull down and then the lat overhead pull down. It really fries those up. Then we got our seated pulls here. I really I don't know what to call these, but we got 3 sets of 10. You know, activating the lower to mid lat here. And I'm not gonna lie, I've never used this bar. I see the trainers use it, and the trainer was using it right before I got on it. So you wanna know what? I ended up using that grip because it was there, and I'm not gonna lie, I liked it better than the normal little V one that's there. Either way, we got our overhead presses here, 3 sets of 10 to really activate our traps. You know, just finishing out, like getting the upper back, I guess you could say. I don't really know what you're gonna consider your traps. I meant front or back. I consider them into my back workouts. You know, obviously do as you please. But you know, then we come over here. We got our isolated tricep pulls here. 3 sets, 10 and 10 each arm, coming across the body a little bit, but not too much, just on a little angle just to help really get into the stretch. More to say, not I wouldn't call them cross body pull downs or anything like that. Just enough, like I said, to get a stretch. Either way though, you know, all in all, I did superset everything in groups of 2, so that's why we ended up having 8 workouts. But, you know, with that being said, intensity was high, and, you know, we're definitely feeling a great pump.
Fellas. Man, what a great workout. Not gonna lie. You can obviously tell I had a little fun over the weekend, like I was saying. But, you know, we get back to it. I was weighing $177 yesterday. Don't know what we're weighing today, but, you know, let's see what the pump check is saying. Alright, I think we're looking not too bad, I guess, right here. I kind of still see it coming in. Whew. Not gonna lie, it looks a lot better with the tan, especially now. This was all sunburned before released from here to here. Looks a lot better now that it's tanned out. Whew. Oh shit, I forgot to hit that. You're good, big dog. Why are you? Oh, you're good. Where are you?
My bad.
No, you're good, man. Don't worry. Alrighty, fellas. I hope that pump check is pretty good. Not gonna lie. Definitely feeling a little bit bigger. But I'm also, like I said, feeling at my back, so like, you know, just, I don't even know. Just looking like a little refill. Just like so much better. Let's go hit some cardio, damn it. fellas. Oh, man. Do I tell you? What a great lift. I'm not going to lie. It did feel good. Like I said earlier in the week, my back was bothering me. It's definitely feeling it faintly still a little bit. But, nothing that I can't push through. I wouldn't say it's anything major or anything crazy for the most part. But, it's bearable at least now. And before, I was kind of just stugging it out, is hoping for the best, which I normally do anyways. But, for the most part, feeling good, feeling great. Obviously, since the cut, looking a little bit more swole, you know what I mean? A little carb heavy. But honestly, now that I've did, a cut and stuff like that, obviously that looks good. Don't get me wrong. I'm the guy that kind of likes looking like what I look like now, preferably, just because I feel good and I'm willing to take a little bit of my looks to feel better. You know what I mean? But, story time, fellas. So, like I said, I kind of dumped a pit bike over the weekend. Personally, I only ride my quad. I've not probably rode a dirt bike in years leading up to this. But it's one of them things you don't lose once you got it. So we're riding, we're riding for a while, and then, freaking, it was, circumstantial. We were coming down a hill like this, and then it 180 back and hooked, and then went down again, right? So, I'm going down the hill, freaking, I'm not touching my brakes, not, just keeping it, not punching the gas neither. And, I'm starting to pick up a little speed going down the hill. So, I see down right here at the turn, at the 180. It's a little muddy down there. I'm like, all right. But, either way, I just tried to slow it down as much as possible as I was going down. And, right at the landing, I knew as I turned into the mud, don't punch it, just ride through it. You know what I mean? And, the back wheel kicked out on me, fellas, and I freaking just let the bike go, and I just did a little tumble, picked her back up, popped her down back in the first, went right back at it. But, a little tumble, rooski, and a little roll, I'm definitely feeling it the next day. But, also, too, I think riding the quad, too, going like this all weekend, it bangs the back up a little bit, and then, rolling in, obviously, like I said, a little pissed off on Monday. You can see how it kind of all adds up, you know what I mean? When you're pissed off, you don't really feel as much neither, I will say that, at least me. So, I came in a little battle-hardened, or hard-headed, you know what I mean? So, with the past few days, that's what adds up to this lower back issue. I wouldn't say problem. Obviously it's resolving itself. It's just overuse in a sense. But either way, feeling good, feeling great. But bigger announcement, fellas. I'm declaring for the 1,000-pound club. Honestly, I don't think that's anything crazy. But being I've never even tested all my totals together, and I've really never went after a squat PR. 315 is honestly what I just attempted, last video. But, for the most part, I think deadlift will definitely go up now that we're off the cut. We've hit a bench PR. I'm not saying we're near 315 yet, maybe like 300. Definitely, I don't know about 315 again, because, we're weighing a lot heavier. But, either way, we know our bench is up there. And I think just by, adding it, now, like I've said, I've focused on compound lifts more in a sense. I think with that being more implicated into my workouts too, it's going to make 315 possibility though. You know what I mean? Easily. I'm not saying it's like I don't got it in me. I still got that in me. It's just, circumstances here. I was weighing 192 pounds when I hit 315, where now I'm weighing 175. You know what I mean? So, definitely quite the change in demeanor there. But, fellas, I hope it's not like last video. But, we'll see what we got for the rest of the video. I'm not really too sure what I'm up to this weekend. I'm not really too sure if we'll go, I definitely will be deadlifting over the weekend, doing a little bit of little bit of fun, but who knows how carried away we'll get with it. But you know, I'll catch you guys on the flip.
Laxer. Hey, check in. Hey, do it on the muscle, I've been going real hard. Working off the muscle, I've been going real hard. Tell me how you feel, feels nothing to me. Spit a couple bars, now they think I'm hard. Heating up the studio, money coming in, never gonna end, so I call a win. Late night I get high, see it in my eyes. Seen a lot of people fall, but I know I ball. Shout out bro, never sold to the cops. Holding down a chord, take a plea, seems like a dream. Made it out free, shout out me. Put the check on the team, cause they ride for me. Living life like a fantasy, tell me what you need, baby, just a fan of me. Hey, do it on the muscle, I've been going real hard. Working off the muscle, I've been going real hard. Tell me how you feel, feels nothing to me. Spit a couple bars, now they think I'm hard. Heating up the studio, money coming in, never gonna end, so I call a win. Owe it to a bro, sticking to the code. Back in Buffalo, never on the low. Alien in the clutch, got a duo like Diggs. Step aside like I'm Conway, getting my way. A lot of bitches praise, but it's just another day. Got it on lock, diamonds, I'm gon' rock. Do it on the muscle, I've been going real hard. Working off the muscle, I've been going real hard. Tell me how you feel, feels nothing to me. Spit a couple bars, now they think I'm hard. Heating up the studio, money coming in, never gonna end, so I call a win. Hey, yeah, so I call a win. Yeah, so I call a win. Yeah, and I call a win, and I do it again. Bills stacking in, only getting older by the day. Working for my wage, but I'm fucked up. All my feelings, only 20 starting life, but I'm dreaming bigger than ever. Feeling hotter than a fever, dishing out 101s to a little bro, hoping he going down the right road. But I gotta get it for my mom, do it like my pops. Don't worry about me, a lot of pain through the years, overcome over and over with no hope. Stay pimpin', not sippin', I can't settle for a bitch, she just settle for a simp. Love on racks, my heart like a sack, playing with the kitty cat. Breaking back like a Kit Kat, I've been focused on myself, gotta keep my funds up. They wonder where I went, in the summertime I'm living, in the wintertime I'm rapping stone cold like I'm Steve Austin. I'm fucked up, this is awesome. C say she from Boston, she like the way I'm bossing. Sick off the wrist, life is what I risk. I got pressure setting in, bills stacking in, only getting older by the day. Working for my wage, but I'm fucked up. All my feelings, only 20 starting life, but I'm dreaming bigger than ever. Feeling hotter than a fever, dishing out 101s to a little bro, hoping he going down the right road. But I gotta get it for my mom, do it like my pops. Whipping in a 4-door, press up on a dash. Yeah, mama hope I don't crash. So, yeah, woo. Whipping in the 4-door, press up on the dash. I really wanna crash when my night's getting high. I keep it on the low, she just clean my act up. No more liquor in my cup, I really can't relax. Unless she by my side, I'm still acting up. Chasing hundreds by the day, couple grand for the week. Grams equal grand, so I touch paper either way. Smoking so much dope, got a feeling keep a pull. Paranoia got me in a hole, never playing, keep that on my bro. If I fall, he's stepping like Nick Foles. My brother's never gonna fold under pressure, only rise to the plate, give a dog a bone. All those late nights in the studio and at home on the road, and we going non-stop. They all put disrespect on our name, but we rise and we never gonna stop. Whipping in the 4-door, press up on the dash. I really wanna crash when my night's getting high. I keep it on the low, she just clean my act up. No more liquor in my cup, I really can't relax. Unless she by my side, I'm still acting up. Chasing hundreds by the day, couple grand for the week. Grams equal grand, so I couch the paper either way. Smoking so much dope, got a feeling keep a pull. Paranoia got me in a hole. Never playing, keep that on my bro. If I fall, he's stepping like Nick Foles. My brother's never gonna fold under pressure. Only rise to the plate, give a dog a bone. Really need some love, bro. What you gonna do? Right. What it used to be, tell me how you using me. Playing with the devil like my heart's a gamble. Can't wipe no home unless she by my soul. I keep God close, faith believe in me. He only do the best for me, building up the better me. Every time I go to sleep, every dream reality. Hard to see through the lines, give me leg room. Really, what you gon' do, what you gon' do? Devil hiding you, tendencies I can see. Catch a mood swing, wanna take my energy. Wanna be with me, put a better net. I know you're never proud of me, say it's just a phase. But I'm back up in my ways, couldn't play a part. Just another tool in my box, never gonna stop. I've been hot, didn't want me then. Yeah, tell me how you missing
All right,
me,
fellas. And you know, that's a wrap on today's video. You wanna know what? I'm not gonna lie, that felt so good. I'm not even gonna lie, putting up 385. I'm not gonna lie, had my boys also in the gym with me, obviously, because you know, my one boy wasn't working out. He's playing a little pool, practicing that. You know, I maybe still kicked. No, he kicked my ass in. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I know what. You know, my one boy recording, we were lifting and stuff. I appreciated him, you know, recording like that and getting a different angle than just off the tripod, you know what I mean? But man, to hit a PR with the homeboys, that felt like surreal, you know what I mean? And, you know, going up 20 pounds, you know, I think I got 405 in me. I did attempt it after, but you want to know what? It just, I think I used all my energy on 385. So, like, you know, we'll get back to the drawing board. I think 405 is actually pretty soon here. You know, we've jumped 20 pounds since our last little PR. You know, it's honestly, it's like I'm just doing that on a Saturday or Sunday, you know, with a deadlift, just having fun. You know what I mean? It's not even like anything serious, boy. Best believe when we lock in, I think it's going to be a different story. I mean, I'm not going to lie. You know, I think the weight will go up a little bit, not too crazy, but, you know, best believe when we lock in, you know, it's a different story. But, you know, anyways, fellas, you know, we went on a little trip as well. You know, took a little nature walk. Nothing too crazy on that trail, so I didn't take too many pictures or videos. But, you know, it's always good to get out and about. You know what I mean? But as always, fellas, stay hustling, stay grinding, stay focused. Peace out. See you guys in the next one.